Okay, so I just watched the first episode of Starmyu third season. Wasn't bad, you know? At the beginning I was pretty suspicious of the show. Just like, I wasn't expecting much. I was just expecting, hey, another yaoi show, another show for the Fujos, But I'm trying to do a thing here. So I ended up watching it through. It's not that bad. The boys in the show, they're pretty cute. At the beginning there was this basically the intro was these guys dancing and choreographed. Not anything I would scoff my nose up at. The guys were looking great. The music was pretty on point. Thoroughly enjoyed that part. And then we get to the actual meat of the show, and here we are. There's these you realize that the show's kind of just a bunch of different guys that all look kind of hot and are just different colors basically. And they're all just different colors. So it's like okay, based on that, best boy is purple and blue hair. Purple Kun and Blue Kun, best guys. There's a guy with pink hair. Of course, he was the guy that looks the most gay. There was this one dude who was whose color motif is red, and so of course he's very angry, and has to be held back a lot by his friends. Like, oh, he's so angry he's gonna yell at the sky, but his friend covers his mouth before he steps out of place by saying something inflammatory. So there's that kind of aesthetic to it. Just you know who you are if you're looking for this show. If you knew the show was airing, then this show's probably for you. If you've been looking towards this, if you're the kind of person who watches these shows, then that's your show right here. It's airing. We're here for you. So one of the issues I had with the way they recorded audio, I don't know what you would call a guy seiyuu, if male seiyus are also just seiyuu, but the seiyus, it sounded like whenever they were not recording a song, it sounded like there was just like that none of them had recorded in the same room before, and that it's just like they send their audio clips regardless of how good their audio setup is, and they'll just send that, because what you get is just like one guy who just sounds like a robot and everybody else is not like talking to each other. So it's just like there's like no bouncing off of each other's characters going on at all. It's just, they all just say their line, maybe their line references another character, but they're not really talking to each other. It just seems like they all did them one by one, maybe sent in some audio clips for some people. During the music though, the audio sounded fine. Like during the music, their characters, so I don't know what the deal with that is. Maybe it was a bug, but it really sounded like they just sent their audio in, and because of that, I think black and white hair dude maybe sounded just like a robot at certain times. It was quite awkward. They're just some weird audio glitches, I don't know. The background music on this in this anime is quite good. At first I was kind of annoyed by it. It sounded like it was just weird trance music, but like as I'm going through the episode, I actually start to get endeared by the techno trance music that's going on. It's really cool, and like that actually ends up turning it into a plus for this show, that like the soundtrack sounds kind of unique, and like I've never really, or I can't think of any shows where their soundtrack is so like pumpy and like trancey, kind of cool. It was really catchy too. There were some tracks that stood out that I really enjoyed. Unfortunately though, there's no characters really bouncing off of each other. There's no really character dynamics, but the guys look good. I guess that's really what you want at a show. There was a subplot in this episode, and this guy basically, I think pink hair dude actually was drawing cards and telling everybody what things they should be aware of. That was kind of interesting. Like, it'd be like, hey, you be cautious of water, be careful around with trouble with girls and stuff like that. And then later on, those exact things cause those characters trouble. It's just like, you know, that's cute. There was also a plot with some guy who said he wants to be the king of the school. I haven't actually seen the show previously. If you couldn't tell on my very shit understanding of the show, I just kind of jumped into the first episode of season 3, and you know, there was actually totally, I would expect there to be a lot of characters just repeating the plot so you understand what's going on, or like, you know, just for people who haven't seen the show previously. And I got caught up somewhat from that, but you know, I don't really understand what's going on. Typically, you're not supposed to start shows in the 3rd season, so you know, that's on me, but fuck you, video watcher. Anyway, there were 2 other openings or endings. There were 2 other performances in this show. Second 2 were pretty good. Also enjoyed them. Trance music ending up being a plus on both of these tracks. They sounded great. The English words for the English people who may be around. 10 out of 10. Watch the show if you know you're gonna watch it anyway. I don't know if I would continue on with the show, but I'm sure the people who love it, so enjoy, guys. If this is your kind of thing, you know, have at ye. Enjoy Starmyu 3rd season, and I'll see you next time.